Kokichi?
I brushed my thumbs over his tear-stained cheeks. I hate having to see him cry like this. His mother, she died. Kokichi, I'm so sorry. I know she was so close to you.
People were all staring at me, their gazes piercing into my burning flesh.
His own mother. What a poor kid. What is he going to do now? His dad isn't even part of the picture anymore. So sad.
I can't take this. Why can't they all just go away? I wanted to just close my eyes and wake up again to my mom's cooking, her warm hugs, her smile, her words, how strong she was. I hate that word. That just means she is gone, never coming back again. Left the world to go somewhere else, leaving me behind.
Kokichi, look at me!
A middle-aged woman started yelling at me. She grabbed my shoulders, making me flinch.
I'm going to have to take you to the orphanage. You aren't old enough to live on your own.
That's what she was worried about? Damn bitch. Don't talk to me! No, don't touch me! I slapped her hand away and moved my head farther down into my arms. She kept yelling at me about taking me away from the only home I ever knew. Don't talk to me! I screamed, running out of the funeral home, just wanting nothing more than the world to just go away. Just go away! I screamed again, running even faster. I didn't know how far I ran, but I ended up in the same field me and Shuichi would always run in. Shuichi, why did they take everything away from me? I don't want this to happen. Why did you have to leave me, Mom? I need you. I can't do this on my own. I need you to be here for me. For the rest of my life. Why did you? More sobs erupted through my sore throat. It burns, but it can never hurt more than the void they just tore inside me. They took her from me. My hands went to rip out my hair. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be alive anymore. What's the point of any of this? Mom, please come back to me. I held my head in my hands and just cried in the middle of the field. Nobody came after me, and I was thankful they didn't. The world is so cruel, taking everything, putting all of us in cages and making sure we comply with its rules. I shouldn't have to do this, but I'll do it for Shuichi. I need to continue on for him. Sorry, Shuichi, I didn't mean for that to come to my mind.
His eyes widened, and he looked like he was about to have a panic attack.
It's okay. I'm right here.
I tried to get him to calm down before he went into a panic attack, but I wasn't fast enough. He went into a fetal position, and he was shaking and sobbing like crazy. I hated having to see him like this. I wanted him to feel safe with me. I wanted him to know that I'm always going to be there for him. Here, now, and forever.
I love you so much. It's going to be all right. Shh.
I moved closer to him, making sure to keep my movements slow and careful. The last thing I want is to scare him even more. I can tell that he is still in the memory. The sorrow is the only thing I can feel. I can feel how alone he feels. The only thing I can do is try my best to show him that I'm here for him. I kept whispering calm, reassuring things into his ear. My hands wrapped around his waist, and I pulled him into my lap. He hid his face in my shirt and sobbed, making his shaking increase. I know he couldn't hear me. I wanted to be able to get through to him, but I've no idea how. And I know shaking him isn't the best option. I would hate if someone did that to me, even if I wasn't stressed or in a panic attack. He cried into my chest for hours, and every minute was miserable. I want to help him. I want to be able to let him hear me. I want to get him out of this.
It's okay. I'm always going to be here. I'll keep you safe.
Kokichi moved in my arms, making me jump, knowing that he was here and back with me. He quickly wrapped his arms around me and held me tightly. I wrapped my arms back around him, feeling so relieved that he was doing all right.
Kokichi, you're all right. I love you so much.
I kept my voice hushed because he just got out of a panic attack, so I'm sure he wouldn't like super loud noises.
Shuichi, you're back. You're here. For me.
He whispered in a hoarse voice. It made sense because of how long and hard he was crying. I'm glad he is okay. My Kichi came back to me.
I'm here, okay? I love you.
I slowly kissed him all over his face, smothering him with affection. I love him so much. I'm so glad he came back to me. I won't ever leave him. I need him, and he needs me. I held his face in my hands for a moment before I pulled him closer to me into an embrace. Into another embrace. I felt safe with him like this. Like we can always be together and that we have each other in this moment right now.
Do you want me to call in sick for the both of us today? Just tell Kyoko what's going on?
I looked him in the eyes. He still looked absolutely beautiful, and I couldn't help smiling when I saw his eyes.
Yeah, sorry I'm making you miss school.
He whispered, letting his body slump against mine again. I could feel how exhausted he was, and I could see it as well. He needs a day off.
I don't mind, Kokichi. I love you, and I want to make sure you're okay. I want you to be happy,
I said quietly while he nodded into my chest, making me laugh.
I'll just text Kyoko and Cathy then, okay? I asked one more time, just to make sure.
He nodded again, and I pulled out my phone. I called Cathy first, telling her about the memory recall. Then I called Kyoko and told her about missing school tomorrow. Kokichi had fallen asleep against me, making me smile.
Good night, Kokichi.
I planted a kiss on his forehead and tucked him back into the covers. I smiled to myself and held him close to me, letting myself close my eyes as well.